We want some reality this morning. I got up at 6 a.m., walked to the laundromat, did our laundry. And here's the best part. Let's see if you see my feet. I walk barefoot to the laundromat. It feels so nice in the rain. My feet are nice and cool. I just couldn't put them into shoes this morning, especially since we're going to be hiking in the rain all day today. Oh, also I'm wearing my rain jacket. I've turned it into a rain skirt because I don't have any clean clothing.
Welcome to day 130. I'm Captain.
And I'm Sunshine.
And we're still walking.
And we're still talking.
And you might notice we're not far out like this.
Oh, boy.
And that is unfortunately because we have lost one of our poles.
The pole fell out of my backpack yesterday. And so we need to order a new one. So I don't think we'll have it probably for about 5 or 6 days. So you're going to be looking up our nostrils now, or when one of us is holding it. Will hopefully be far enough away. We are going, the plan is to go from MA 23, which is where we started today.
19.3 miles.
And get off at Upper Goose Pond. It's rainy. It's like a 70% chance of rain today.
But honestly, the weather right now, it's pretty good.
It feels nice. It's 65 degrees, baby. Oh my gosh.
And I've got a feeling this is going to happen
paradise.
for the next time we're on trail. I mean, I think this is starting to be the regular weather again.
The hot weather might be gone, which I'm pretty happy about. It has been lower temps for the last week, but I think it's really, I just don't want it to go from this to like 40 degrees all of a sudden. Our plan is to be out of Massachusetts, even though we just kind of entered Massachusetts, in the next by Wednesday. So like 4 days. And into Vermont. So we're just cranking, guys. All right, so let's get going. I'm going to tell you about my love affair with Massachusetts. Do you want me to carry that? I just love kind of the Boston attitude and everything. I remember when we first moved there, I was like, people are cutting me off and just like kind of like New Yorkers, like telling you how it is. And I had been living in LA for a very long time, almost a decade, and was so used to people being like, hi, even if they stab you in the back when you turned around. And not everyone was like that. So I moved to Boston. I was like, why is everyone so unfriendly, grumpy? Well, I quickly learned that once you become friends with people, once they get to know you, they will give you the shirt off their back. So I am so happy to be in Massachusetts. Tons of good friends here. I just love the work ethic and the attention to the community. And the kindness on the trail has really been great. I'm sad that it's not a month of the trail. I wish it was, but it's probably only going to be about 4 or 5 days. But I'm just so happy to be in Massachusetts. All right, guys, I need your help right now today. We need a photographer, to come out and hike with us for about 10 hours. We can negotiate the amount of hours if they're not really into hiking, but a minimum of 5 hours in Maine to take photojournalistic, portrait, RD photos, real life photos of Captain and I in action on the trail. There won't be really any pose photos, maybe some portrait style ones, but in general, just catching us cooking and hiking and putting up the tent and all that kind of stuff. We want something a little more professional than the iPhone, and extracting photos from the Osmo camera, the quality isn't that great. So if you know of anyone in Maine or willing to travel to Maine, this is a paying gig. We don't have a huge budget. But the experience, if you know an art student who's trying to build a portfolio, this person will have free access to us. And you know, guys, we're an open book, so we want the photos of everything. Maybe not naked photos of us or us peeing and pooping, but everything else is okay. Oh my God, this one's so cute. I could live here. I could be a Smurf, a pink-haired Smurf. So I've been getting a ton of messages from you guys about how you can help. You're not, I might have to put my raincoat on and put this camera away. Oh, it's coming. I hate hiking in the rain. Urgh. Anyway, I'd actually take the heat over the rain, believe it or not, even after being in those crazy temps for a month. All right, so many of you have messaged me and you're like, I'm not in your area, I can't do trial magic, I can't give you a place to stay, yada, yada, yada. And I understand that. And you still want to help, which is so kind. So if you're dying to help us, I got a couple options. One, we'll link to our Venmo down there. You can Venmo us some money and tell us what you want us to use it for. I'll use it for whatever you want. I don't care. Ice cream, oysters and champagne, a bed, whatever. Make sure your name is on there so we can give you a shout out and thank you properly. Also, if you just want to say thank you for doing these daily videos for us, you can also become a patron, which is, I think, as little as $2 or $4 a month. And it's not just, hey, you're giving us money. You actually get stuff. We do monthly live chats. You get discount on merch. You get discount on our group trips, private Facebook group. Some of the tiers give you also private chats with us to discuss anything you want to talk about, like questions about hiking the AT, homeschooling, full-time travel, running a remote business, teaching your kids multi-languages, blah, 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 all of it. My thing that I think is the biggest advantage of the Patreon and the fun thing is we have a great community. And once a month we do a Zoom and we talk about, right now we're talking about a lot of trail stuff. But the reason we do this monthly Zoom is so for you guys to ask questions you have. Some people ask about homeschooling. Some people ask about RVing Europe. Some want to know how our kids are trilingual. Some want to know how we run our remote business. A lot of the questions right now are about hiking the AT or hiking in general. So, yeah. So those are two ways that you can say thank you if you want to contribute. Of course, there is no obligation. I don't want anyone to feel pressured or stressed that they have to. We will still continue producing these videos daily for you guys. Imagine that. We're in a state forest called Beartown. If that isn't enough to freak people out, I don't know what is. These are really nice signs. It's interesting how the signs vary from park to park you go through within the states and from state to state. It's very cool. I like seeing how everyone does their signage. It's the former graphic designer in me. We get off the AT trail so you can hike the other AT trail.
Oh my gosh.
The airplane trail.
That's crazy.
Where do you think it leads to?
Maybe an airplane.
Airplane?
I mean, rough guess. Airplane.
I wonder if we'll see a pilot trail. It's not much of the trail, but it happens on the trail here in Massachusetts where you're walking and it feels like you're walking like bouncing on a trampoline. Here's a good example of it right here. It just feels very like bouncy and cushy. I love it. Absolutely love it. Look at this, all the moss. It's magical. And it's 62 degrees today. So we are getting a little wet and sprinkled on, but 62 degrees. I don't think we've had that since the Smokies. So there's something called, people have a name for it. I can't remember what it's called, but it's like hiker depression after you get off the trail and have to acclimate back to the real world. And I've kind of been non-acclimated. My bag is squeaky, can you hear that? To the real world for like a decade. But I am going to go back to the real world in the sense of we're going to have a stationary life for about 6 months in the US while Captain goes to get his private pilot's license. And I am this is comfortable out here. And I don't mean comfortable in the sense of comfy bed or anything like that. Definitely not. Wow, the lighting's beautiful right now. but it just feels right. Doesn't mean I want to spend the rest of my life out here, but it just feels good, you know? And so, but my other life feels good. Like, I love my other life. I love the work I do. I love the friends I have, the people I'm around, the projects I'm working on, the growth within our business that's coming down the line, like all of it. So what do you think? Captain's plan after this is to go get his private pilot's license for 6 months. That's why we're staying in the US. He's not going to have any post-trip depression. I can guarantee it. He likes a bed, he likes to sleep, and he loves flying. So, and I love my life too, but I think I would be more likely to get it. So what do you guys think I have in place to not get it? Besides like going little hiking trips on the weekends and, you know, kind of maybe going away hiking with Will for a bit and letting Captain do his private pilot's license while we do long weekend trips. But what do you think I have in place so that I don't get this post-hiker AT depression? Put your guesses in the comments, please. And look at this. Oh my gosh. So beautiful. Fancy meeting you here.
Okay.
Word.
Nice little
Time lapse, huh?
Nice little rock I found myself sitting on.
Yeah, it's beautiful. No snakes on that one.
Nope.
You guys, I'm shooting this on my phone because Captain's taking a time lapse. And so I don't have my mic that knocks out the wind and all the external noise. Listen to that. Can you hear that wind? When was the last time we heard that? The Smokies? It's crazy. It feels great. I just hope that doesn't mean rain's coming because that kind of looks like rain, doesn't it? Coming our way. So when we RV'd Europe for 3 years, France was the country that was just really the best situated and just had the most services for RVers. Well, Massachusetts, you are winning it for the hikers. Look at that picnic table just up here. Oh, just up here, just hanging out. Oh my God, I don't want to leave Massachusetts. So you guys have heard me talk about it several times before that we decided to do this the first week in December, and beyond just researching gear and food and safety stuff, we didn't really have the time between work and school to research more, to watch vlogs or anything like that. I read one book and I watched one movie, and then I watched our friends Chica and Sunset's vlogs, but I've been watching them over the last several years, and a couple of others, like random vlogs here and there. So, excuse me, everything that happens on the trail is always a surprise to us, and often we find out the day before or an hour before or just when we land on it. So apparently we learned about this farm stand that has ice cream and I think soda. We learned about this from our shuttle driver yesterday, I think. No, this morning, I think. So I think Captain will probably get an ice cream. I might get an ice cream too. Sometimes it gives me diarrhea though, so I don't know if I want to deal with that on the trail. But it's exciting because you start your day and you don't know what's going to unfold. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, a little surprise. And I love it, actually. Don't over-research this trail. Just kind of go with it. I don't know what's up. Can you guys hear that my bag's squeaking? Oh, gosh. It's weird. Some days it'll do that and then I won't do it for a month and I'll do it again. The resourcefulness of that sign. It was a realtor sign and they painted over it and they just put trail stand on it. Oh boy, I can't wait. Do you accept Venmo? I think I have a 20, but I don't have any change. All right, there's probably a Venmo sign there. And it has fresh eggs. I don't really need any eggs, but I like the idea of fresh eggs. Captain is here and I decided to not get anything out of there until he's here. Okay, open it up.
Nice.
Ice cream sandwiches, soda, Gatorade, chocolate milk, eggs, root beer. And they have Venmo. What are you gonna get?
Everything.
Everything, okay. Okay, will you grab an ice cream sandwich for me?
Sure.
I'm sure you're gonna get one of those for yourself.
Mint
too.
chocolate chip or normal?
Normal. And a Nutter Butter. And I think I'm actually gonna skip the root beer because I had a Coke this morning, but maybe a Gatorade. What are you gonna get out of there?
Good question.
I will take that orange sport drink.
Okay.
Well, this is interesting. It's a teepee. Guess really well constructed. And a glove with a middle finger up.
That's pretty interesting.
Interesting. All right, let's roll. We got 8 more miles to go. To be honest, I don't know if we're going to make it the 8 miles because it is getting dark around 8:15 now instead of 9:15. And if so I don't know. We're not sure where we're going to stop. We're going to try and go 8, but we'll have to see how dark it is.
Welcome to the end of day 130. Today we went from Mass Route 23 to Goose Pond Road parking lot, and we went a total of 16.7 miles.
So we're supposed to try to get to what, 19.3?
19.3, exactly.
But we're entering an area that you can't tent in, and we could not make it to Upper Goose Pond Shelter because we would have been hiking in the dark for 2 hours, and I didn't want to hike in the dark for too long, 2 hours in this terrain. I start to trip and fall and all that kind of stuff. So we didn't do that. So what was the best part of your day today?
I would honestly say the best part of my day was... It's a good question. The terrain honestly was really good, and there was a lot of nice views as well. Also finding a random park bench was nice.
And your ice cream wasn't the best part of your day? That trail magic shed?
That's a good question. I really enjoyed that too.
Or Dunkin' Donuts at breakfast?
Ooh, that was nice.
There's a lot of good stuff today. I don't know what the best part of my day is. Oh, that it didn't rain, because when we woke up it was pouring and I just was like, oh gosh, I still have one blister that's kind of messing with me, and I just don't, the others are all better, and the last time it was pouring and that's how I got them, so I don't want to go down that road again if I don't have to. So best part of my day was it didn't rain. Oh, the worst part of my day is, do you have a worst part today?
No, not really. It was all pretty good. I wore my waterproof socks, which meant kind of the offset from like the bit of drizzle that happened this morning was completely ignored.
They worked? Do you have
Yeah, they absolutely worked.
So we should do a gear gab on them. Do you know what the brand is?
I don't know.
Okay, Dad will link it.
Waterproof socks, right there. Great waterproof socks. They work most of the time. I mean, sure, if you get like soaked to the bone, they won't fully
You had like the other day when you fell in the water.
Yeah. When did I fall in the water?
Remember you were trying to cross that
Yes, I
thing
did
that we
feel
didn't
that.
cross and you fell in?
So they don't fully, like, they're not waterproof per se. They're water resistant, but they're very resistant.
I'm gonna get mine back. Oh, okay. I don't think I had a worst part today. I can't think of one.
Very interesting.
All right.
Well, with that, we are gonna call it a night, and we will see you on day
Tomorrow.
131.
Good night.
Bye.
Exclamation point has been turned upside down, and now it is a human. This trail's getting crazy, guys. People have been donating money for ice creams. Do you want a second one? I remember you from the Camino.
Maybe.
Welcome to the land of the topless trees. They're all around here. Creepy.